Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm excited today. I put on City Beauty Plumping Lip Oil and I'm going to let you know what we're doing. I saw a look on Instagram that Vanngo did, and he does list the products that he uses. And I'm thinking I have most of those products. So what we're using is he used Brilliant Blue, and I even wrote down the shadow placement. I don't remember if her eye shape was the same as mine, but he put shade number 1 on the lid and the lower lash line. He put shade number 7 in the crease and for lower lash line, and he put number 3 for brow bone and number 4 for inner corner. I may or may not add something from Composed Cool, and I'm thinking of this one right here, or maybe this, just to deepen it up a little bit. He also used, I was excited, y'all, he also used Personal Preference, his eyeliner. Y'all know I love his eyeliners. Y'all know I love that man. And so I already did put this on upper and lower inner realms and lower lash line, and I smudged it out on the lower lash line. He used the blush in Hard Working, so I did use that. And y'all know I wanted to do 2 bronzers and 2 blushes and all that. I said, no, let me just chill out here. Let me just chill out. And the blush he used, I forget which one it was, but I don't have it. I have Possibilities and I have Resilience. And so we used Possibilities. The one he used, I think it was that, it might have been Single Mother. I think it was the lighter pink one. And so we used Possibilities. So that's on the cheeks. He doesn't have a highlighter, so I used House Labs Fire Opal. Y'all, look at this. I forgot to spray my face. And, usual foundation, face primer, setting powder, concealer. So all of that is the same. Vanngo lip liner, which I forgot that I had, and also the Vanngo lipstick. And he did use both of those for his look. So I'm really excited. I know it's not going to look the same, because y'all know I do my makeup like in a different type of way. And when I look through the looks I did with this palette before, one of them looked very similar to that. And how we did our looks was we did one look with these 4 shades, and the second look we did with these 4 shades. And so I'm kind of wondering if this is the look that looked similar to the one that he did recently. But we're going to put the colors kind of in the same place, and I'm saying kind of in the same place because my eye shape is different than hers, and I don't believe that she had the puff. And so, and y'all know I take my lid shades up higher and all of that anyway. So when I post the pictures on Instagram, I will post the collage picture of the first 2 looks that I did, and then you'll see this look. So I am excited. Prime the eye, and then we're going to do the intro as we're doing that. And then, I did not pull out brushes. And then we're going to get started with the look. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation. I'm moving this mirror. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The crazy, knowing it's okay to be yourself in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Just be who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a particular tool, a certain technique, or a certain brand. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. Listen, y'all. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Yes, so all of that is what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. That's our motto, and we hold true to that. And so 2 things about me. I curse sometimes because I curse sometimes. The other thing is, there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do try to be aware of it to say excuse me, but sometimes I don't notice it till later. So if you hear something happening and I don't say excuse me, forgive me ahead of time. Today is Wednesday, I think the 5th. I have not been to sleep yet. It is now 9 o'clock in the morning. If you've been here, you know I'm nocturnal. I'm still up from when I did the live stream where we did Tanya's request, and it was a full face of makeup don'ts / ugly makeup look, which actually wasn't even ugly. Like, us trolls are just too adorable to look ugly even when we try. So I'm still up from that. I did do a lot of things. I was productive. And this is my first eyeshadow look outside of a live stream in a while. And so Michelle did make another request, and so I'm thinking I can do that tomorrow. I asked her if she wanted a live or a video. She said a video. So I'm thinking, okay, I can do that tomorrow, but then I need to make sure I do this today. And I'm like, am I going to be up and alert to do it? I'm like, I'm up and I'm alert now, so let's just do it. I did figure out on my computer why my phone was not connecting. And so I did work that out. Y'all, took a while. And I wrote my live streams in the calendar that Janessa has sent me, which is awesome. And that took a lot. And I did some other stuff. I balanced my registry, my check registry with the bank. That took like an hour and a half because I had been putting it off for so long. So on the lid, and y'all know I do my lid shade first. And so I wrote down how he had it on his post. And so he did the lid shade first, and so I'm excited about that because y'all know I do my lid shade first. And since it's one color on the lid, we're going to use our Hourglass number 3 brush because this allows me to do all of that rather quickly because it is a larger brush. And so I'm excited to see how this turns out. So again, number 1, this shade. And he doesn't take the lid shades like way up into the crease area like I do, and it was more so just on the mobile lid. This is my mobile lid. I think I want to take the Esom V27 just so I can get more so in this corner. And so like this is my mobile lid, so if I only put color there, you will see it when I blink, but then it's not really much else to see. And so I am going to take it up. I am going to switch brushes. I could still use this one. The Esom V27s does give me more control. It is more dense, and I think it's only just more dense because it's just a thinner brush. Well, not to say thinner, but it's not as wide, so it's a little more compact. So I do really believe I'm going to switch to that brush, and to make sure that I get in the crease. So you see the crease is creasing already, and I just put, did I not blend that out properly? Y'all see the crease is creasing? What? Let me switch the brushes. You ain't supposed to be doing this. And I just put it on, so I'm like, why are you looking like that? I was going to say that I put on the paint pot. Like the shadow is really sticking to where I put it. Like seriously. Oh man. I'm not sure what's happening. And usually I do pat more than kind of shear it out. Okay, so now it's in the crease without looking like it's creasing. So let's go ahead and do this on this side. And I usually do my inner corner first with whatever shade that I'm putting there. And then I do the lid. And I forgot we do have a shade to put on the inner corner, or I wouldn't have brought this side in so far. But since we did that side, let's do this side too. It should layer well. I'm anticipating that it will layer really well. And so on his post, I commented saying, it is still looking like it wants to crease. What? I did comment that I had most of those products and that I may recreate it. And so either it's him or someone on his team that responded back, you should really recreate the look. And I was just like, oh. And so we're going to take this a little bit into the transition area. So this is above the crease because I want it to be seen even when I'm looking straight ahead. So we're just going to bring it up just a little bit because he didn't bring it up higher, but because he had a crease shade, you know, that's what you saw. And it was a very pretty look. All of his looks are amazing. I don't know why that is creasing in there. Because I did just blend out the primer. Like I did not wait too long. Because if I wait too long to put shadow over that Fenty primer or the paint pot, it will crease because I got all this puffiness that overlaps the crease area. But I thought I had really smoothed it out really well, and maybe I did not. So I'm excited. I dropped another test video. It's a video I did before, but I copied it and labeled it test. And I'm uploading that to YouTube because I want to see, is it still going to take as long as it's been taking. I am excited though that I did figure out why my phone wasn't connecting. So now I don't have to upload to YouTube and then download from YouTube onto my laptop. So that'll be nice. And it's a roundabout way for me to get to the files though. So something has changed though. And it may have been one of the updates, I'm guessing, because every time there's an update on my phone or my laptop, like something changes. It is just a little bit creasing still in here. I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. It really is, because you can't really see it much. And y'all know I usually take my Luvs at least up to here, but we're not going to do that. We're trying to stay true to what he did, even though I know, and I already said, it's going to be different. And so, but I don't want to troll it out too much. You know what I mean? And I'm wondering if they'll even see it, because I see that they do comment on some people's posts that they do, and then some they don't. And so I was like, okay, I'm doing this because I'm excited. And they were like, yeah, you should totally recreate it. Well, they didn't say it that way. They were like, you should recreate the look. And so I'm just like, oh, but now I'm like, are they even going to look at it? You know what I mean? But anyway, it got me excited, and it has me sitting here doing a look. I have no videos scheduled. I only have live streams scheduled. And I like to stay like 2 weeks ahead. And part of it, I believe I talked about in the live stream, was doing 3 lives a week. If we're doing a look, that means I'm not doing a look for a video. And so that was, you know, one of the factors. And then my cousin's father-in-law passed away a few days before her father's death anniversary, and I'm still moving through the grieving process on that. And I have not been feeling motivated at all, but having live stream scheduled has helped me to be productive in that way. And I do feel good this morning because I got, the registry reconciled. I figured out the thing with the phone, and it was just, and a few other things that I had been just putting off. And so I don't know if I'm getting back to myself or not, because I definitely do still feel depressed. I no longer feel angry, because the first few days after he passed, I was just angry, and so I'm no longer angry. I feel kind of numb, actually. And it's surprising in the live streams, because the live stream last night, y'all, I was off the hook. I don't know what was wrong with me or what was right with me, but it was friggin' hilarious to me, like the way I was acting. And a few times in that live, I was like, what is wrong with me? Like, I was just talking off the cuff. I am taking my time with this, as you see, because y'all know I usually just whip through my lid work. I'm trying to get it even. Excuse me. This side, we came down a little bit. Oh, this is on lower lash line too. All right, let me take a different brush, so I don't need to pay too much attention to that with that brush. We're going to take, I wonder if I want to do this thin brush. I don't think so. So this is on the lower lash line. This is on the crease and lower lash line. So I'm thinking this is buffing out this first shade. And so now I'm wondering how wide do I want to make it? Because he doesn't blow down like I do. But y'all know I want to. So we're taking, this is a LaRouche brush. It's an angled shading brush. It did not work for me for eyeshadow at all. It is just too freaking flimsy for that. I tried it for lower lash line, and it does work really well, even with powdery shadows. Just get it in a brush, and it's angled. I do love angled brushes. Sounded like I said ankle brushes, didn't it? Angled brushes. That did not make a difference. This eyeliner, y'all, it is very rich. It is very rich. I really like it. And I also have one eye at a time, which is the green one. And I really dig them. The other colors are more, I guess, standard or traditional eyeliner colors. And so that's why I didn't get those. Plus, I have so many of the MAC and a few of the NYX eyeliners. And I thought, okay, I'll just come. And I got the green and blue because I wanted to see how they compared. Well, one, I just wanted to get, you know, his eyeliners. And this is starting to tear. Oh man, the brush is wet. I wanted to get his eyeliners, and I said, let me just go ahead and get the green and the blue and see how that compares to the MAC ones. These are creamier and they do wear down pretty quickly. And so I don't know, as much as I love them, I don't know if I would repurchase them because of how fast they are wearing down. And so I'm just seeing if they're even. We are going to put that other shade under here too. And we have 2 of these brushes. We're going to use the other one for this. Y'all, this is tearing. I really forgot to spray my face today. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I usually do talk a lot in my videos. So for crease, he used number 7. I think I was pointing at this one. This is for brow bone. This is what he put in the crease. Y'all know I don't really do the crease, but we're gonna. So I guess I should take a wider brush. So this, yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't make. No, we're using this one, right? So I want to take a smaller brush. Let's just go for it. So we're taking number 7, and this eye is tearing. It's starting to run. Let's do this side first. And so we're just gonna just put this on the top edge of that first shade. Oh, that's pretty. It's I can see it better down here, and I am in front of all of these lights. Oh, y'all, that live stream last night when I was saying how the foundation and all this stuff that I put on my face, that it just kind of like blended in and it did look like it was my complexion. No, it didn't. When I went in the bathroom in that bright light, not as bright as all the lights I'm in front of right now, but I was just like, oh, I was looking toasty. I was just like, oh, I look like semi-burnt toast. So now you do see it, the look. And you know what? I think I did something. I did something similar to this with Circle Low Coat, y'all. It was a beautiful look and it was bold. If I remember, I'll post that also with the other 2 blue looks I did from this one along with this look. But that look was really, was it purple? I just remember it was graphic. It was very bold and it was beautiful. So this is that. I don't know if it's blended in this area, but having hooded lids sometimes saves a look. Unintentionally. Because it is usually my goal to blend well. Sometimes I do go for a harsh look or like a sharp line, even though it's not a cut crease type look. But I don't mind it. You know, I like to do things different. I don't know if Talk with Cash watches my videos. They've been like really present in my live streams and, you know, getting along with everybody. And so it's been fun because y'all know that's my favorite part is the conversations, the interaction. And y'all, why is this creasing like that? The whole entire, this side isn't, but why the whole thing? What? They've been watching my shorts and commenting on my shorts, and one of them, and it made me feel good. Y'all know I try to be different, and then sometimes I think, okay, I'm really not that different. Maybe I'm just a little bit different. And they commented that they like that I do different things with makeup, and that is one of the things I strive to do. So I was just like, oh, thank you. But it's a lot of fun when new people come into the live, and they just fit right in. And it's been a joy. So if you are watching this, Cash, thank you. And I appreciate you. And I do hope you are enjoying the gifted membership. Speaking of membership, y'all, it's $2.99 a month. And as Michelle said, it's the cost of a shot of espresso at Starbucks. I'm like, damn, she done broke it down. You can cancel at any time. We do at least one members exclusive video each month. Well, actually, it's usually a member exclusive live stream for them to shop my stash and whatever look they want me to do, or color story or whatever, we do it in a public live. And then sometimes I'll just do another members live, like just because okay, here's the thing. Because I have so much puff area and so much space, her eye shape was definitely different than mine. And so this is where I would stop, but he had a brow bone shade. And so that's why I'm taking this up further and further. So there's not a gap. Like you see this color and then my skin and then the brow bone shade. And because the brow bone shade is lighter, I'm hoping it doesn't make me look dusty. Sometimes shades like this do, and sometimes they don't. The ones that do, like Cotton Candy, which is a light blue and Circle Loco, that makes me dusty unless I just do just like a thin line. But this is a lot of space to put like a shiny shade. That's not even shiny. That's a matte. This one. So we're still working with number 7, this one down here. So that's why I'm still just kind of buffing it upwards, because I'm unsure of what that other shade will do. And this is my thing with recreating looks. If the eye shape is different, I don't have that skill to make it look exactly the same. Alexandra Anelli, her last name is Anele. I don't know how to pronounce it, but when she recreates looks, and just like KK Bradley, when they recreate the looks, it looks like the look. When I recreate looks, I make it my own. That's what I just say, because I don't have that skill to make it like damn near exact. Alexandra, her stuff is like damn near exact, if not exact. And so she has that skill where even though her eye shape is different than the picture she's looking at, and she does like celebrity, I'm spending a whole lot of time blending. She does celebrity recreation. She did a Wednesday look and it looked just like it. I don't have that skill set, and I'm okay with it. But I'm just saying. And so to me, this is starting to look a little dusty. I may go back with this first shade and bring it up some. Let's just see. Let's just see first what it's going to look like with number. Oh, this was on lower lash line too. We're going to take another one of these. I only have 2 of them. So number 7 was also on lower lash line. So we're going to just put this down here too, which is going to blow. We should have did the other side first, because this is wet on the inner portion of my lower lash line. Excuse me. So let's do this first. The only reason I'm able to do 2 looks within a 24-hour period is because I did wash that look off within an hour after doing the look. And I did that because I thought I was going to fall asleep and I didn't want to get makeup on my sofa, or if I was like, oh man, I need to get into bed, oh damn, I didn't wash my face yet. And so I did that. But like how some people do back-to-back looks, that's a no-no for me. I cannot. My eyes and my eyelids are not happy. And so I do see it. And we're going to put a little bit more in the center, and then we're going to come in here and put some of the shade here. And so we do have some Tuesdays open. Yo, I completely forgot. This is a collab look. Myself, Janessa J. Champagne, and Grace Gel Beauty 87. We're doing looks with our Vanngo beauty products. Yo, I was just so into like, oh yeah, I'm recreating his look in my own way that I just completely forgot. And I would have been like, damn, like if this was after the fact, like I didn't do the whole video and ain't say nothing. And the 3 of us have collabed before. If you are a regular here, you know who Grace is, you know who Janessa is. And there is some overlap between our audiences. And so I do feel like most of you who watch me on a regular basis, I do kind of feel like, even if you don't watch all of our videos, the 3 of us, I do feel like you're familiar with us enough to know. But for those who don't, Grace, y'all, I think she has 3 channels now. She has the Gel Beauty 87, then she has Fashion with Gel Beauty 87. For some reason, I'm thinking she has a 3rd one. And I am not sure what that one is. And I do believe she sent it to me. Yeah, so she does have 3 channels now. She does makeup looks. She does Why You Don't Need, because these brands keep playing with me. So she'll do a look with a palette that looks like a color story from another palette, like new stuff that comes out, because nothing's really new anymore to my eye. I do like how that looks under there. And she does fragrance stuff. She does shorts, and she takes you, to TJ Maxx with her, and to Ulta, Sephora. She's shopping around. We're going to take this brush down, and we're going to go into number 3 for the brow bone. And I am concerned if this is going to look dusty, because this one to me it looks like it has the potential to be dusty. And so that's why I'm concerned with this one up here. And I do think I am going to bring the lid shade higher up because I just don't like this much of a light area, that puffy area. Because when something is light, it brings it out, it accentuates it. Where if you put something darker, and that's the contour concept and bronzer concept. Well, contour mostly. Contouring is to create a shadow on your face, and so that area looks like it's back a little bit, whereas a highlighter, because it makes it bright, it brings it forward, if that makes sense. And so that's what this is looking like to me. It's like I'm just making this area bigger. So this is not making me look dusty. It's not showing up a lot, which is okay, but I do want to bring my lid shade up higher because yeah, that's too light for my liking. So yeah, Grace does makeup stuff. She does fragrance. She does fashion. Y'all, Grace be pumping out videos. She'll send me, like, I'll ask her, how you doing today? And she'll send a list of all this stuff she need to do, and, you know, 20 videos to edit and blah, blah. Not really 20. But I'd be like, I'm glad I'm still laying down because reading that just made me tired. She is a hustler, okay? And her videos are not long like mine. And so that's her channel. And her and I have been acquainted through social media for a long time. How we met was way back. It wasn't like way, way back. But I won one of her giveaways. And if you've ever seen like her giveaway stuff, she puts a whole lot of stuff in that box. And so, and a lot of brands were new to me. And so every time I would use something new, I would message her on, we're going back to shade number 1. I would message her on Instagram and say, I tried such and such today, I liked it, or I tried it and it didn't work, or, you know, something like that. And so, and we've been in touch ever since. And that was, I don't even know how many years ago that was, but she is really cool. And it surprises me because she's a lot younger than I am, and I seldom can relate well to people who are younger than I am, but she is very mature for her age. As of today, her birthday is coming up in a couple days. I'm not going to tell you how old she is. I'll let her do that. So this is what I'm saying. So you see how this looks now, how this doesn't look, you know, but yeah. So that's how her and I met. Well, through social media, through YouTube and Instagram. And Janessa, she found me through a collab I did with Torrance, and I believe his channel's Makeup by Torrance. He hasn't posted in a while, and I keep saying I'm going to check on him, and then before I know it, like another month has gone by, and so like I need to really, because he is on my mind quite a bit, and it'll be like now when I'm doing something, and so when I'm not doing something, that's just when like I forget, and it's not like forget about him, because like just certain things, you know, that I see or think about, it makes me think of him. Like his outro, he had one of them big fans, and he would pull out the fan and, you know, flick it open, like after he finished his makeup and, you know, did his sprays and all of that. And he would say, cheap brand, cool breeze, good times. And I just love that. And so whenever I see somebody with a fan, or if I'm using this fan, or like if I'm like, oh man, I'm sweating, anything dealing with the thought of a fan, like I think of him. And I do miss him. I do miss his content. But anyway, so Janessa met me through a video with Torrance, and it was a look that we did both using the Decadence palette, and I was trolling it out. I did a two-tone look, so one eye looked one way and the other eye looked the other way, and we did tie it together. And then I thought this might be a bit much for like a collab for his audience, because they didn't know me as far as I know. But that collab was so much fun, and so we did stay in touch quite a bit after that. And so that's been really cool. And so, you know, Janessa started watching me, and of course I'm like watching her channel, and I love her channel because she does theatrical makeup, she does drag, so it's a lot of like bold colors, bold shapes, and I'm just like, y'all know I love stuff that's different. And Grace, she does different looks too. Like she always does like a full cut crease and bold colors. And as much as I like bold colors and like smoky looks, I tend to do a lot of ethereal stuff. You ain't gonna see nothing ethereal on Grace. You ain't gonna see nothing ethereal on Janessa. I will tag them below. And so if you click on their name, that'll take you to their channel. We're gonna take this brush again for the number 7. You click on their name, it'll take you to their channel. And so that's the easy way to get to them. If I have their video links, I'll link those below as well. But if not, definitely click on their names to see what's on their pages, and do, you know, watch a few of their videos and check them out. And yeah, at one point we were doing like a lot of collabs, and then life just took over. So I'm seeing if the shapes are somewhat the same. I want more, and I think I might take something from Compose Cool for the outer corner. I do like the look. I do like the colors. I am glad that we did take that lid shade up, and this is the brush that had the lid shade on it. I do like that better. Let me know if y'all like it better this way or before I brung. Brung is not a word. It's a made-up word. Brought. Let me know if you liked it better before I brought the lid shade up higher. And when I've asked before, or if I did a side-by-side, they were like, yeah, your way is better than like the YouTuber's way. But anyway, and sometimes it depends on the colors I'm using. If it's a light color like how these are, then like, yeah, it's going to look, you know, different. And I don't know what he used for liner on his upper lash line. I might use the black from Compose Cool. So I do like the look. I just want more. So, oh, the inner corner highlight, number 4. Excuse me. So we're gonna just take this brush, are we? Excuse me, this is a Fenty 220. So we're going to swipe in here, and we're going to put it in our tear duct area and then just come up and down. So we're just doing like, I call it wrapping. I really don't think there's an official term for it. Y'all know us here in the makeup world is making up stuff. And so some people just put like a dot like right there. I don't like how that looks for me. And so that's why I bring a little bit up here and a little bit down here, just to kind of connect it. And I always do put shadow, unless I forget, on my lower lash line, because I do also always put eyeliner under there just as a base for the eyeshadow. And so that's just something I do on a regular basis. So some up here, some down here, and I love this brush for this and for lower lash line as well. It is like a triangular shape brush, the Fenty 220, and I do really like this for lower lash line. And because it is pointed, it is perfect for using the edge up here, use the point right here, come around the tear duct area, and then, you know, bring it down here a little bit. So this is what we're looking like. It is a pretty look. It doesn't look like the one he did, because again, the eye shape, and if I had left it like it was, excuse me, it just would have been a whole lot of light blue, as you saw. And so I am liking this. So this would be the look, and mascara. I don't know what he put on the upper lash line. And again, I may just use this black. This is gonna be fun. Taking another Sigma E45. This eye's starting to tear again. I think we're gonna go in with shade 2 right now. Which one is lighter? This one looks more brown. This looks more gray. But I'm trying to see like which one is darker or lighter. We're gonna use number 2. Oh, this is one of those creamy formulas, and so I need a different brush. I need a different brush. Yeah, this is one of the cream formulas, and so this brush is not cutting it. Yeah, different brush. Oh, we're gonna use, this is a Esom V31 brush, and so we are going to swirl it in here. And you see that we didn't dig. I think I might just go in with the black. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not, because I don't want to do too much. Y'all know I like doing hashtag team too much. This eye's tearing again. I can feel it. Okay, it darkened it up a little bit. And we're swirling it. And so we kind of just put it the outer corner part. And so yeah, this is one of the creamy formulas. Yeah, we're just going to use the black that's in here for our upper lash line. And I was going to say because it'll be easier to remove. But then we're going to have to remove mascara, which is about the same amount of effort as removing eyeliner, except the water activated ones. I'm not going to use the water activated one because his eye is tearing and all it's going to do is just make it run. And why this entire side is creasing, and this one is a little bit creased too. This is only my third look with this palette. So do check out Janessa. Do check out Grace. When Vanngo's beauty line first came out, Janessa and I did quite a few collabs. Like y'all, I spent $400 in 2 days on his stuff, like for real. And I did pay it off right away because I'm like, this is just insane. This is insane. I was just so excited for him. And if you haven't watched him, I'm gonna link him below as well. If you've never watched him or never heard of him, he is so soothing to watch. I learned so much from just watching his videos. And he doesn't come from that, this is what you have to do because blah, blah, blah. Like, he's not arrogant at all. And look up his life story. Google him and look up his life story. Like, it is just amazing. And, you know, he is an amazing person. In my mind, that's my man. He don't know me. And I'm okay with that. But in my mind, I love him. I love that man. And so I was just so excited to support, you know, his makeup line. And I like everything. We're going to take this smudger brush. I have two of these. The other one is what I use to blend out his eyeliner. We're going to take this one. And we're going to go into that same shade. And I'm taking this one so I can go right up under my lashes. And I think I'm just going to stay here on the second half of the lower lash line. Just to put a little bit more depth under there. So, yeah, this is not the look that he did. But y'all know what, I'm digging it. And it does look similar to the other one I did. Which is strange because for each of the palettes, I have 4. For each of his palettes, we did the first 4 shades as a look and the second 4 shades as a look. And because I wanted to make sure, as always, to use everything in the palette. And I really like how that look. I was wondering if I want to put this on inner corner too, just to brighten it a little bit, but we're not. We're going to leave it. This eye is tearing. So we're going to move on to, yes, we're going to use one extra shade from Compose Cool. Oh, we were going to use that for eyeliner too, weren't we? Yes, we were. We're going to use this black that's in here. What brush is best for that? We're going to use the Scott Barnes brush. This is number 60, and we're going to, this is a creamy shade too, but it's a different formula than this one. And so we're going to take this brush. Oh man, I always have trouble like seeing in here, the inner corner part. So we're going to go ahead and do this inner corner part too. The last person's makeup I did, every time I touched the brush, she would, she wasn't moving her body though, but she would just, and I said, would it help you if I tell you, like right before I touch the brush to your skin? And she's like, no, I'm just jumpy anyway. Because someone knows years ago, y'all, look how bad this is creasing. And it is tearing upward now as well. So that's why there's like that hole right there. Y'all see that? And he was hypersensitive in general. And he was like, can you let me know before you put the brush on my skin? Because he was really just like... And so I would say touch, and then I would, you know, I would say touch, and then I would do the thing. And between everything, touch, do this. Like when I used to have the pain management doctor do 1, 2, 3 before he would, you know, turn me in the pinhead. So that's kind of how it was. But that's quick, just keep going. Where with this, it's like, okay, touch, you got to go back and touch. Where he would just be like, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Y'all, it's intense. We could, you know what? We're gonna put a little bit of this just like right out here too. I'm about to do Team Too Much. I do like this darker though. So what we're gonna do actually, okay, we're gonna leave it. Let's just chill out. This is tearing, and that's why it looks faded compared to this side. This is a brush that had that blue, the lid shade. So we're going to see if we can get some more of that down here, like this for picture's sake, because it is just washing it away. We're going to just leave it, because I really thought this was going to be quicker than this, and so right now I'm starting to feel rushed. And so we're going to wipe off some of the City Beauty lip oil. And we're going to line the lips, which I seldom do, but I did get 2 of his lip liners. I got Vanngo Red and I got this one. This was the darkest one. And I do wish there was a darker one. This one is above the line. But he used the Vanngo one. If I'm not really liking how it looks, and it is the same exact shade as the Vanngo Red lipstick. And so if you match your lip liner to your lipstick, why am I this is the eyeliner. If you do match your lipstick to your lip liner, that's why he did it. I usually don't, but we are today. And so this is what that looks like. He said his favorite color is red. It's still a little slick from the lip oil, but these are soft as well. They're almost like the same consistency, if not the same consistency as the eyeliners. I do like the eye look. Yeah, I was looking at the eyeliner, but yeah, you can see it. Yes, it has. That lip oil stays, y'all. And by this being a creamy liner, it would be real easy just to be like skirt. Versus like the pencil liners where you have to sharpen them. And I got quiet. I used to talk a lot when doing my lips, and of course they were always looking crazy, and so I'm like, you need to just be quiet, or at least talk without moving my lips too much, like right now, you know what I'm saying? So this is Vanngo Red lip liner, and I'm not even a bullet lipstick person. And when I watched the review video, his orange one, which is above the line, I'm like, I want that one. And he did say it wasn't going to be in Sephora. And so when I swatched Vanngo Red, to me it looks like an orange red. And so sneaky ass Janessa, she was like, you don't need to get Vanngo Red because on the line is the orange red and that looks really nice on you. So, you know, you don't need to get the other one. And then she sent me a picture of a screenshot that it was being delivered to me. So that's why I be like sneaky ass Janessa. And so that is why I have Vanngo Red. Yeah, it was funny. So we're gonna put this on. I'm a liquid lipstick person. And so me putting on bullet lipsticks, it's just the right one. Yeah, Vanngo Red. And I'm a label whore. And I know it looks tacky, but I want to know what stuff is. And it does have his initials on here. Well, it has, yeah, his initials on here, which you can't see. And the initials on here look the same as his initials somewhere else. Oh, on the top of the lipstick, which you can't see. And so, yeah, I don't line my lips often. I was just so happy for him and so excited for him. My problem with liquid lipsticks is doing my bottom lip. And so I usually end up using the pointed part. Because when I use this like regular people do, it just gets in places where I don't want it to go. And so this is how I do bullet lipsticks. And because of how my lips are shaped, I have to be sure to get like in here, but not too far, or it'll end up on my teeth. And so I look to see like if there's any gaps because of my lip shape. Y'all, these are matte lipstick, but these suckers feel like really good. These feel really good. Mascara, and then we're going to be done. And part of me is like, don't put it on because you already wash this off and go lay down or go to bed or something. Then the Lancome Silk Booster XO Mascara Primer on our lashes. Good news, even though this will be way, you know what? No, I'm not. Excuse me. I was getting ready to say I'm going to drop this into YouTube to just upload. But that would mean not editing it. So no, because I was going to say I was going to just drop it in, and whenever it uploads, I'll just check it and then set it for public. But it's not. Today is Wednesday. So I may put this for Friday. No, you know what? I'm not, because we didn't even set a date. And we were going to do this sooner, and then life just happened. And as Janessa says, you know, the world is on fire, and, you know, me being, you know, in this grieving process, I'm just like, and so we were going to do it sooner. And then Grace was like, we can push it back. We can push it back. And so we did push it back. So we don't have a date yet. So this will just be here whenever. And I am glad to have it done. I will go ahead and post pictures, because by the time we schedule for our videos to air, most people will probably have forgotten. I don't think I have a lot of overlap between who watches me on Instagram and who watches me on YouTube. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and post the look on YouTube. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and post the look on Instagram. I do know that there's a few people, primarily my official troll kin, which is who I call my channel members. Like they look both at actually all my content, the live streams. They're in the live streams, they're in the chat, they comment under every video. Like there's just certain people that's always there, and y'all know who you are. And I do appreciate it. And so I don't expect, you know, if you're watching everything I do on YouTube and you're commenting on everything and you're really active over there, like I really don't expect that same level of energy for Instagram, because you've already seen it, you know what I'm saying? And so, but I do appreciate that. And so I don't think though that there's a lot of overlap outside of just like a handful of people. And it is just like hella supportive, and I just love it. So this is our look. I do like the look. Let me know though, right? If you like it better when I took that lid shade up a little bit higher, or did you like it before I did that? In that light blue shade, number 3, it didn't look like too much, but and it did not make me look dusty. If anything, this one was, it wasn't looking dusty, it wasn't looking ashy, but it was just too pale for my liking. And so how I was saying with Cotton Candy, the blue shade, and the Circle Local palette from Natasha Denona, when I do a thin line, like I like how that looks. But when all of this area was that light blue, I was just, so I do like the look. Yes, it looks different. I do want to blow down my lower lash line some more though. I really do. So we're going to do that. This brush. And then I'm wondering, like, should I take a darker shade? And I don't feel like I'm doing too much, but I just want more color. So we're just going to bring this down just a little bit more. This is this first shade. And then we are going to bring it down a little bit further with shade number 7, which was the shade we used to blow it down in the first place. And so I do like that better. So, yeah, it's definitely different. We used almost the same things, except when I added the black, that off black shade, and then the black for the upper lash line liner. I'm looking at the shapes. The shapes are different. But we're not going to work at it too much. I thought this was going to be a quick video. Oh shoot, we're at 50 minutes. So we're just trying to round this out, because that's, well, I don't know. Let's just stop. We're going to just wipe that brush off, and we're going to go into number 7, and we're going to bring it down a little bit further, and then we're going to be done. Let me know if you have heard of Vanngo, if you've watched any of his videos. There's a lot of people I realized didn't even know who he was. And so if this is your first time hearing about him, number one, that means you didn't watch my other videos when I was showing y'all his stuff that I bought and the looks I did. But that's okay, because you're here now. But let me know if you're familiar with him. If you have anything from his makeup line, let me know what you think about it. And let me know also what you purchased. And on that note, y'all, I like this. This is a nice look. So let me know that. Are you familiar with him? Have you watched his videos? Is this your first time hearing about him? If you have watched his videos, you know, what do you think about that? If you have purchased anything from his brand, let me know what you have and what your thoughts are on that. And if you haven't purchased anything and you are considering purchasing something, let me know what you think that you may get. And I do have a Vanngo beauty playlist, and that'll probably be in the end cards, you know, stuff that's going to pop up over here. And on that note, for real, we're going to go, as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. I like that this lipstick doesn't make my teeth look yellow. Yeah. Self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.